Okay guys, so this is Mastercam X5. It's an older software. Mastercam looks, the newer version looks a little bit different, but this is what I've got. So um, let me get something out of the way first. First of all, I am no expert in Mastercam. This video is basically for someone who just picked up the software and you need to make a part right away on your CNC machine, and you need to just the basics, how to draw a part and create some toolpaths. So I'm gonna show what I usually use on this software. So if we start from the top, in this little area, the only buttons that I use is this fit button and these views: top view, front view, right, and isometric. Wireframe and shaded, I use these. Color, clear colors, and that's pretty much it on the top toolbar. I haven't got to a point where I would use anything else on here. Okay, so in this bar, point gives you an option to set a point anywhere on the screen, and to be honest, I don't think I ever used this option. And right next to a point there is a menu arrow, and it gives you a whole bunch of options to how to do your point, but again, I've never used it. So next to the point we have a line, and I use this a lot. And again, line also have a menu arrow. You can press that arrow and it gives you more options, but this is what I mostly use: create line and endpoint. So basically, if you pick this, you can pick anywhere on your screen, and you can pick first point. Oh, well, actually, I haven't selected here. So once you select this option, line option, it gives you a whole bunch of other options that relate to that particular function. So you can either enter coordinates, exactly where you want your line to be, and exactly the length of the line, the angle, whether to make it a vertical or a horizontal line, and multi-line. So you have quite a few options once you pick one of these functions. Usually I would only use just pick a line and pick a point. Let's say I want to draw a line from right from the origin, from 0 to, I would press, and that would anchor the starting point of the line, and I would just pick anywhere I want the other end of the line. Something that I should have mentioned before we got into drawing. If you look on the bottom corner, well, let me move this operations manager. We don't need it right now. If you look on the bottom where it says G-View, MCS, C-Plane, this is basically tells you which plane you're viewing and doing construction. You want to make sure when you do your drawing you pick a right plane, because if you look on the bottom right here in the middle, this is where you pick your plane and you pick your Z coordinates. Right now our Y goes up and down, and our X right to left or left to right, and middle is our origin, is our 0. So Z is actually facing us, or I don't know I don't have a better word to explain it, but if I move the, let me draw a simple part, simple geometry. For example, okay, let's go to the, we're gonna skip a circle and let's go to a rectangle. We're gonna pick a rectangle, pick a starting point, pick a second point. So now we've got a rectangle right there. Imagine this plane as a sheet of paper laying in front of you. And if we rotate this view, we kind of get a, this is called isometric view, but it's kind of a 3D view. So this line right here from center up and down, this is our Z. And when we pick a plane, for example, if we are in top plane, which we are right now, and we can see it right here on this right corner. So when we are in the top plane, whenever we start drawing, anything we draw, let's pick a line right here. Whatever we're gonna draw, it draws in Z0. If we change this number, let's say we change it to 10. So whenever we're gonna start, whatever we're gonna start drawing is gonna be in 10, in plus 10 on a Z-axis. So if I rotate it, you see like our drawing went up, our plane in which we draw went up into Z10. So our plane moved from 0 to plus 10. So whatever we're going to be drawing, as long as Z shows 10, everything is going to be drawn in this plane. So we lifted our plane up by plus 10. So we're going to go back to 0. So let me end my selection, and let's select everything, and we're gonna delete. To go back to top view, we just have to go either right there on the top menu or top bar, and we pick top view, or we can go right here on the bottom where it says G view, and we can pick whatever plane we would like to view, or and if we would like to pick a plane in which we would like to draw, we would go right next to it, pick a plane, top plane, front plane. So if we pick, let's say we pick a front plane, so anything we draw, let's pick well, let's do a circle now. So if, well, it gives a okay, so we need to go in order for us to draw this, we got a warning that our view is not a right view. So what we need to do, we need to go into front view, just like we are in the front plane, and now we can draw. And if we draw this circle, and if we go back to a top view, and if we go, yeah, we are let's go back to top plane. So this is where we started, and if we look, if we were to draw a circle in this plane, the circle would appear to us as a circle. But because we were in a different plane, look where the circle is. Circle is actually on a different plane. I don't have a better explanation on these, on the views and on the planes, but once you start playing with these planes, then you will get it. It's not that complicated. It's pretty simple. So let's delete this, and let's go back to our top plane and top view. So line, again, we can draw as many as we want. We can pick any starting point, and if we get close to the edge or center, program helps us to snap to whatever the place we need. So we can use lines, and there's a multi-line option, like I said before. If you want to draw geometry by hand, basically, or by line, so you can do that. And to end, you just end selection, and there's your geometry. Also, let me pick everything and delete. Also, circles. We can, when we pick a circle, same thing, we can choose exactly coordinates where we want our circle to be. We can choose a radius, diameter, and draw a circle, or we can just snap to whichever point we want, do a center point, and do diameter or radius, whatever works for us. So we can do circles. We're gonna end selection. We're gonna select this and delete. We can also do rectangle. So if we pick a rectangle, we choose starting point and opposite point, and there you go, we got a rectangle. Okay, so next, let's end selection. Let's delete this. And next option we have is a fillet, and just like previous functions, we also have a window, I mean the menu arrow, and it gives us different options. Well, fillet is pretty much self-explanatory. You just do a fillet on corners. We can also do a spline, and spline also have options. You would have to just go in and play with these to be actually familiar with those. We also have simple 3D shapes, and we have a cylinder, we have a cone, block, sphere, and torus. So if you wanted to draw a 3D shape, you can pretty much do it with this function right there. But let's do a simple shape. Okay, let's finish with this bar real quick. So this option right here gives us actually 3 options in one. You can either trim, break, or extend. If you got 2 lines, if you would like to extend that line, or trim or break, you can use this option. Another option is break to pieces, and again we have a whole bunch of options with that. Now this right here is the X-form options. Dynamic, translate, rotate, mirror, and scale, and move to origin. And let's see what else. We've got move to origin and translate 3D. The ones that I used mostly is translate, rotate, and mirror. So translate, X-form translate is actually, you can take a shape or geometry and move it anywhere you want with this option. You can use rotate function and rotate geometry along certain point. That's very handy when you draw gears or something like that. Mirror is very useful when you draw a part for a lathe. You can just draw half of the shape and then mirror this on along the certain axis, and you will have a whole part. So these are very useful. I use them a lot, and on this side, these right here I pretty much don't use. I don't think I use those. And that's pretty much what I use on here. So let's draw a simple part or geometry. So we're gonna pick a rectangle right here. We're gonna snap it to the center, to the origin. Pick another point right there, and we got a rectangle. So now let's make a couple of holes in it. So let's do a little hole right here, and let's make this 1.5 diameter. Okay, so we're gonna press this button right here, and it's gonna lock our diameter. So whenever we pick the next point, it's just gonna draw exactly the same circle. And these are not symmetrical. Obviously, I would have to, you know, be more diligent with the coordinates to make them on the same, or make them symmetrical. This is not the point of this video. I would, if I wanted to make them symmetrical, I would probably draw another rectangle somewhere in the middle and just snap these to the corners, but we're not gonna do that right now. Let's just do a pocket real quick in this part, and again, it's just random. So this is a simple drawing. We could also, we have to end this selection. If we look at this part with the isometric view, this is what it looks like. What we can also do, we can make a 3D shape out of this part. All these 3D functions are right here on the left. We would pick extrude. We would pick a chain that we would like to extrude, and let's say we pick this chain right here, and selection, and right now it shows us where the extrusion is going to go with this arrow. In this window we have a bunch of options, and one of them is create body. We obviously creating body, we're not cutting anything, we don't have a body yet to cut. So, and right here it gives us an option to enter how far we want to extrude it, and let's extrude it to 20 millimeters, and we're gonna press this OK, and our shape is created. It doesn't look like a solid right now, but if we change this wireframe to shaded, we will see a solid part. So if we go back to wireframe, let's do another extrusion. We're gonna pick extrusion, choose this chain, press OK, and right now it's, first of all, it shows the error where extrusion is gonna go. If we wanted to do extrusion upwards, we would just pick this geometry again, and it would go upwards. But in this case, we're gonna cut the body instead of creating body. So we pick it again, it's gonna go down, and right here in this window, we're gonna pick cut the body, and we're gonna tell it to go 15 millimeters. And press OK. So now we created a pocket, and if we look under shaded shape, we would see this pocket. Okay, so let's create a couple other things. Let's extrude those 4 holes that we created. We pick extrusion, choose the entities or geometry. We chose 4 of those holes. Press OK. Now we have to be careful and watch where the extrusion is gonna go. So we want to go down with these holes, and 2 of them are going down and 2 of them going up. So we pick these 2 to go down. So now all 4 of them going down, and instead of we can enter 20 because we know it's 20 millimeter block, but we can also do extend through all right there and press OK, and it goes all the way through. Sometimes it gives a message to pick a body through which you would like to go through, and you just pick whatever body you want to go through, and it does the job. But in this case it did it without that message. So if we look at this, we have a through holes all the way through. So this is basic drawing, basically how you do drawing. There is obviously there is a ton, there's a lot more options in this software, but it's not the purpose for this video to do like a proper tutorial for this software. I'm definitely not qualified to do a tutorial on this software, but if you just picked up this software and you would like to start making parts with it, this is for you. On the next video we're gonna do tool paths to create these pockets, holes, and contour, maybe facing operation. So yeah, if you like videos like this, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.